It is said that no one can obtain this treasure alive. So when he saw the precious Eye of Horus shimmering in the distance, he didn't act rashly because there were 2 dangerous checkpoints ahead. Fortunately, Oliver was well prepared. After just a glance at the design drawings, he figured out the secret of the first checkpoint. It was the small mirrors on the ground. So he forcefully waved a torch, holding it behind him to create a shadow. When the shadow covered the small mirrors on the ground, it instantly triggered the mechanism. This checkpoint seemed to have no solution, but Oliver immediately thought of a countermeasure. He raised the torch high above his head, trying to make himself and his shadow overlap as much as possible. As long as he carefully avoided the mirrors on the ground, he wouldn't trigger the mechanism. Thus, Oliver passed the first checkpoint smoothly. Such simplicity made him let his guard down. When he saw that the second mechanism was a circle, he assumed that he only needed to avoid the circular rings on the ground, so he walked directly over. However, just at that moment, the circular rings behind him began to sink. By the time Oliver noticed, it was too late. The statues on both sides started to spin, frantically grinding him. Oliver could only rely on his agile movements to desperately dodge various mechanisms. Just as he was about to have his neck pierced by a sharp blade, fortunately, he had also reached the end of the second checkpoint. As the mechanism stopped, he barely made it through. But before he could even feel relieved, an even more severe problem arose. The design drawings didn't mention that there was a third checkpoint at all, which made Oliver instantly a bit nervous. But seeing the treasure right in front of his eyes, he decided to take a risk. However, as soon as he stepped into the third checkpoint, the bricks beneath his feet began to fall one by one. The only way was to run for his life and race against time with the floor tiles. At the last moment, he leaped forward and grabbed the Eye of Horus. The sound of falling immediately triggered an attack from the scorpions. Luckily, the Eye of Horus released a dazzling light, deterring the scorpion swarm from approaching.